I just saw a video by a young woman, which will be linked in the caption, where she is talking about how difficult it is to approach and talk to strangers in earnest because people refuse to engage with her, essentially. Like giving someone a compliment on the street and then they don't respond. Or trying to engage in small talk in public settings where you are expected to see people and getting very callous, restricted responses. And her comment section is so grim, but indicative of the times. And a lot of us have been talking about this and it never gets received well, but you do this every single time.
Community is so important, especially nowadays. Like, I feel like the pandemic really didn't help anybody with this issue, the social decline. I don't like this. People talking about having friendships as inconveniences is very disheartening. Like, that's literally what community is about, being there for each other, being a helping hand, having someone to rely on, someone to talk to. Like, it's like a whole discourse. It's honestly quite sad. And then a lot of people don't have any community or a strong sense of community. They have one, two people, maybe none. And it's not like no one wants community. They do. It's just a lot of people are like lazy with it, are bad friends, bad community. It's not healthy. People are like, oh, the inconvenience of talking to blah blah blah. Like, let me just ghost them for like a week and then pop up a week later. That's not community. That's not friendship. That's terrible. Like, so many examples. Like, oh, why would I drop my friend off at the airport? Like, you asking for too much. Blah 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 blah. It's like, damn. If it was you, would you like? I'm not saying you have to, but it'd be nice. We do favors for one another. Like, that's part of what community is. Now, there's a difference between being there for someone and just someone taking advantage of your kindness. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. And it's sad when you don't have anyone to turn to. And now people are out here talking to Chat GPT. You can talk to people on social media, but like there's a layer to social media where it's like not real in a sense. Like, we have this false sense of connection, which is even wilder. This is like the quickest communication that human beings have had in so long. And it's like, you think you know people, you feel as though you're interacting with people when you're not really. Like, comment here or there, you don't actually know these people, you're not actually there for them, they're not actually there for you, you don't actually get to see them, you don't actually know them. Even people you went to school with or people you actually do happen to know in real life, like let's say you haven't seen them in years, but you're like, oh, but I know where they work at, I know if they have kids, I know what schools they go to, blah 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 blah, I know what their mom looks like, okay, that's not doing anything for you. Like, oh, I know where they went for their birthday. Do you actually know them? Do you actually know anything about them? Like, you can't, like, huh? Huh? If you called them right now, would they answer? Do you even have their number? Hmm. Honestly, quite sad. It's a wee bit depressing. Wee bit depressing. Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't view interacting with other people as an inconvenience. Like, a lot of people are so caught up in like their own self and what they have going on, they don't take a moment to check on the next person. They don't take a moment to build connections or nurture the connections they have. Like, some people are just being shitty friends. Some people are being shitty family members. Community is more important than like ever before at this point, because people don't have it. We don't have community, and we need to work on that. We've gotten to the point where way more people don't even know the first name of their next door neighbor than ever before. Remember when people used to know their, and I'm not saying you need to know the whole street, everyone on the block, but there used to be a time where you could know your neighbor. You could be like, "Hey, you got some sugar? You got an egg? I'm trying to make cake. I'm egg short. Blah blah." No, nowadays people don't even say hello to their neighbor. Nowadays you don't know your neighbor's name. You don't know them from a can of paint. Like, I don't know. Let's say it was a storm and a tree hit the power. Something I don't know, something stupid, and like your power went out. And it's like, oh, it's gonna take a couple days to get it fixed. Who do you have? Where can you go? I guess other than the local library, and hopefully it's close enough. Hopefully you have the means. But like you can't even go charge your phone next door. Some of you don't have family. Like don't have family or don't have a good relationship with family. And I'm not saying that's your fault because there are some people who have toxic families, and if you need to cut them off, you need to cut them off. But that's not the case. It's like some of us, and if they live in like a different state or whatever, like still, it's like, dang, do you have any friends in this state? Like, do you know at least one neighbor? Blah blah. But it's like, dang, do you have anybody you could call and be like, hey, can I crash for like 2 3 days? No. Oh, well, never mind. Tragic. Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Sexy lady. Who's that lady? Ooh, ah. She. Community isn't something we should take for granted. Community is something we all need at the end of the day, okay? Humans, it's in our nature, literally. Human beings are social creatures, whether you like it or not. It's literally been proven and studied time and time again. You will literally go insane if you go long enough without speaking to another human being. That's just that. And, you know, sometimes you need help. You know, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to need help every once in a while. And it's okay to help others every once in a while. Being selfish, being self absorbed is not good. Shutting people out is not good. Being a bad or lazy community member is not good. And I don't mean just lazy on your own, like, oh, uh, I'm not doing that thing for work or for school or whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, I mean, like calling someone a friend or whatever, you're not there for them. You feel inconvenienced by them just being like, hey, I need to talk. And once again, because I know people like to be willfully obtuse, they like to pretend they don't know what's going on. I'm not talking about someone just hits you up randomly, like, oh, let me trauma dump. Like, I feel like some terms that have been like gaining more and more popularity on the internet, I feel like people just take these terms and run with them. Like, because someone wanted to tell you about their day, that does not equal trauma dumping. Are they even actually discussing trauma? They could literally be like, oh, like my phone fell in the water today on the way to work, like, bro. So then I was late and my manager yelled at me, so I wanted to leave early, but I couldn't. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, like she was trauma dumping, he was trauma dumping. Now, just say you hate listening to people talk. Just say you didn't want to speak to them. Just say you wish they would have went away. Well, please don't actually say it. Like, also, it's nothing wrong with being honest. Like, hey, I'm not really feeling this type of conversation, or hey, I'm not really feeling very social right now. Like, can we finish this later? Like, and if they have a problem with that, then it's their business. But you know, nothing wrong with being straightforward. You know. Now, I know you can say like easier said than done when it comes to like community building, getting out there talking to people, especially because a lot of people is like, bro, it's like working, working. People are taking care of kids, other family members, going to school, what have you. It's like when you're trying to juggle all these things, I guess it can be difficult to build community, to strengthen those bonds and times. Like a lot of people are exhausted. A lot of people don't really have the energy or time, and everything costs money. Everything, everything costs money, and not everybody has the means or the opportunity to like go out there and like invest in a hobby or something. I don't know, like do some artsy stuff, go to events and meetups in the community. I mean, libraries are still free. I'm gonna keep pushing that. Use the libraries while you can. You know, reach out to any family members or friends that you haven't talked to in a while that you have a like good relationship with. And when I say good, I mean like I just hope they're not toxic at all. And I'm not trying to like throw around the word toxic. I'm just saying a lot of people, not a lot of people, sometimes people don't talk to people for a very, very valid reason. I'm just saying if you're the type to like kind of like isolate yourself, but you actually do want to socialize more, like get out there, take the first step. The hardest part of anything, honestly, is like starting, taking the first step. And then I know people say consistency, but consistency isn't just doing something all the time, 24/7. But it's like you can literally just take your small steps and do it as frequently as you can manage, you know? Whether it's something you're doing like once a week, 2 times a week. It doesn't even have to be on the same day, depending on what it is. Invest in yourself, but also remember to invest in others. And when I say invest in others, I don't just in yourself, I don't just mean financially. I mean invest your time, your love, your energy into yourself and others because you deserve it, you know? And what is life if not community? Life is about choices, experiences, people. 'Cause life's what you make it, so let's make it right. Ah, oh, ah. Life's what you make it, so let's make it right. Let's make it right. Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. Yeah, life or whatever. she. Anyway, thanks for sitting there waiting for me during that brief intermission.
Anytime people bring up how hard it is to try to socialize organically or practically these days, there's a slew of people who claim that they are like leaning into some level of entitlement about strangers' time and attentions. The ever faithful, I don't owe you shit, I don't owe strangers anything ordeal, which is always just like, okay. I especially got a kick out of the regression to childhood and stranger danger talks by your parents, considering 3/10 of US adults use dating apps, and if you are under age 40, over half of you have used dating apps. I suppose we're suspending the stranger danger concerns for happy hour drinks at that new place in Williamsburg, or +1 for that wedding in Nantucket for that college friend you barely talk to. But it really makes me roll my eyes because for years we've been inundated with conversations about the loneliness epidemic in the States, one that is somewhat age specific. Seniors are the least lonely population of them all. Silent Gen and boomers only make up like 10% of the lonely population. Gen X about 20%, millennials and Gen Z coming in at close to 30%. What was especially interesting is when they surveyed them about why they thought this loneliness was occurring at such large levels, the first thing people cited was technology. I think aside from saying that, it is going completely over their heads. Social media is the paradoxical serpent. Apps that provide a specter of socialization through digital voyeurism while encouraging you to stay on them, making you less present for actual practical socialization. To make matters worse, it's crafted in such a way that you can niche down content down so specifically you never have to see anything outside of your own echo chamber, outside of your personal topic of interest for the time, which is just not how socialization works in the material world. These apps are making you lose soft skills that you need to be in community and to gain and develop and maintain friendships, relationships, jobs, etc. You don't care enough because you feel entitled and are projecting it onto the people who want to socialize. Because we've already discussed the numbers. You all want friends. You all want relationships. You all want to have a girl or guys group to be in. But you're rejecting the labor of relationships, what is required to initiate them, maintain them, grow in them. Because the paltry derivative you get on social media is spoon feeding you dopamine hits in between telling you that you are the main character, that everything is about you, that those who are there for you, that are there to devote themselves to you, will just understand you intuitively, intrinsically. It's very fairy tale-esque. And we know social media and tech is the clear through line because the generations complaining of this phenomenon the most are digital pioneers, which are millennials, and digital natives, which are Gen Z. You have access to people across the world at your fingertips and refuse to talk to the girl at your hot yoga class who wants to go for coffee. Then on the weekend, you'll get drunk on a liter of Pino, hop on here and opine about how you deserve a friend group, how you didn't think your 20s or 30s would be like this. To which I ask, where do you become responsible for the relationships and connections you want to make with your life? And when are you willing to labor for them? Like, ultimately, people are trying to punish those around them for capitalistic fatigue. It's why you fixate on the language of people owing you things and what is owed and what other strangers are entitled to. You are treating it like it's the workforce. These activities you like drag your feet, begrudgingly wake up to do just to get through another day. You don't want to do it for a bag, and you damn sure don't want to do it for a friendship that might blow up in 9 years off of a Miami girls trip. So you withdraw, you hyper digitalize your socialization, you niche down, you build echo chambers, all while affirming to yourself in the mirror that you're a catch that people just can't understand because they don't have an opportunity to. And what's perhaps worse about it is that people have no desire to grow the social skills that require literacy that you continue to build on and develop, would rather mimic conversation with a language learning model that's frying the grid and soaking up all of your clean drinking water. Because if you make a bad joke, you don't have to worry about it frowning at you across the table, or God forbid, disagreeing with you about something. You want all the benefits of socialization and none of the associated risk, which is genuinely the most capitalistic thing ever. The fact that people don't even realize they're replicating this really cannibalizing and honestly narcissistic understanding of the world in the way that they socialize is like really unfortunate and honestly a little pathetic. Before the well-I and what about me warriors come in here, you can take a look at me. I am a Black queer woman, born and raised in the poorest borough in New York City, in the Bronx, with physical disabilities that sometimes require a mobility aid and autism. The only real differentiation between neurodivergent and neurotypical people is that one has intuited social skills and one has to develop them. That's it. Most of you are laboring really hard to survive because this is late stage capitalism, and then you are punishing the other people in public and social life around you for not wanting to accommodate your whims about wanting to be somebody's favorite but not earning favor. And that roots back to the whole micro internet celebrity niche content creator thing, where everything in the world has to be about you except for your personal failings. Then that's somebody else's fault. When do you become responsible for your life? When do you become responsible for your own loneliness? What's the use in all of the ham-ha about why Americans aren't talking to each other? Why are people so misanthropic? Why are we in such violent, carceral, punishing times? And the people want to connect. It's because the people don't want to connect. They want to be connected with and have no labor on their own part. Because capitalism will sell you anything. It will continue to give you ways to offset labor that is required to be in community with other real people, not chatbots.
But yeah, basically, take care of yourself. Remember, it's important to take care of yourself and others. It's cold. It's a big lump of nuts. It's cold. I love corn. Love corn. I love corn. Don't you love when I come around? Look, community. Community is very important. Mwah, mwah, mwah. If you know, you know. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Wait. Community. Return the slap. I'm sorry. I hope they didn't bring back unpleasant memories for anyone. Yeah, that was basically it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.